Hi y'all, I am making salmon today using the Island Vibes recipe I watched on YouTube. So this will be my first time frying salmon. Now, in her video, I'm going to tweak mine a little bit. In her video, she used Old Bay seasoning. With me, I'm going to use Slap Your Mama seasoning, Coleman's mustard, and Badia Biscuit Bay seafood seasoning. Okay? So now, I've already cut my salmon into pieces, little chunks. Let's see. So I'm going to cut it into chunks and season it just lightly. You got to have a light hand. You don't need to just overdo it. Okay? I'm going to use some Biscuit Bay. Okay. Here we go. I got to get it open, y'all. I'm having a little trouble opening the seasoning, but I'm going to get it open. A little Biscuit Bay. Something I found at Food for Less, so we're going to season that. It looks like I'm putting a lot on there, but I'm not, because it's just not coming out easy, but it smells good. It has that bay aroma. So we use Slap Your Mama and a little bit of Coleman's mustard. So what I'm going to do with that is put it in a spoon and just douse it over a little bit. See a little bit over there. And me, I like garlic, so I'm going to add a little bit of Lawry's garlic. I like seasoning salt too, but with fish, you don't need too much. And for me, in the Island Bay Vibes video, let's see how my hands just sprinkle it all over there. You don't just get to pouring. You just need a little bit. Give it a little bit. So I'm going to add the seasoning, rub it around. Now, in her video, she seasoned the flour. I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of Slap Your Mamas, though, to it. Just a little bit. Let's see. And a little bit more garlic. Okay. Now, if you want it spicy, you can add some hot sauce to it. So now, according to her recipe, I got this grease getting hot. According to her recipe, you add eggs. So I'm going to add 2 eggs. So we want to dip it. I know you're like, what's wrong with her hair? We want to dip it. Dip the fish in the eggs. Okay? I'm making it, so it don't matter if my hand's all over it. I'm the only one going to eat it. Okay? So. Now, I got a shell in the dip. Me, after I make my fish, I just want to eat it with some hot sauce. I like Tabasco. But you can use any kind of hot sauce you want, okay? So now, let me get my flour out. Okay, I'm going to use all-purpose flour. Okay? I'm going to turn this heat down because it's nice and hot. Now, according to Island Vibes, you only cook it for 5 minutes. So, I'm going to pour my flour onto a plate. I'm not going to do a bowl. Okay, so now this, take my fish, dip it into the egg. Now, according to Island Vibes, they say you let the fish sit into flour for a little bit. So just let it sit there for a bit. So I'm going to let it sit in there for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take another piece and drench it in that egg. Okay, so now I'm going to put it in the flour. I'm going to let that piece sit for a while. Okay, so now that this piece has sat for a little bit, I'm going to put it in the pan and let it start frying. So this will be my first time making frying salmon. I just was like, I mean, baked salmon is good, but sometimes you want to eat the same dish a different way. So I decided to try, you know what, frying it. So here we go. There's the fish frying. For some reason, I'm not able to turn my phone around, but I'm going to make sure you see it. Okay. So now, she said only 5 minutes, so I'm going to use my, what are these called? I'm going to call them grippers. Turn my fish over. According to Island Vibes, it doesn't take that long to fry it, so I like that. She said 5 minutes. She said turn the heat up to 350. My temperature gauge doesn't have a number, so I warmed up my grease, got it really hot, and now I'm frying my fish. So my fish, it's not completely thawed out, so I might have to go 6 minutes. 6 minutes with it. Let's see. Okay, it is nice and crispy. I'm going to turn my fish over every 2.5 minutes since it only takes 5 minutes. I'm excited to taste it. I try a lot of new recipes for the first time. YouTube is my new recipe book. I love YouTube for finding recipes. It is so exciting. I appreciate everyone who has shared a recipe on YouTube that I've ever tried. I've made cake for the first time because I like how they give demonstrations. You know, it's better than reading a recipe saying 4 cups of this and 2 cups of that, and I don't know when to pour it in there. So you know, egg is good, but I like when you just kind of fry the fish and it's wet. I feel like you don't really have to use the egg. You just need a moistness on the fish. So I think I could have done this with water and been okay. But, they say egg, I'll try egg. Okay, I'm going to get a plate to set my fish on. And for me, I lay a paper down. Let's check this first piece out. Not too bad. I like it. It's cool. You know, you don't hear people frying salmon often. A lot of times you hear about it being baked, or you see it baked at restaurants and stuff like that. I'm like, I hope I like it fried, because although baked fish is healthier, I like it fried. And so there's that piece. I only got a few pieces. Okay, there's that piece. I'm going to just take it out because I think it's finished. She said 5 minutes. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. I'm going to give it 6 minutes because it wasn't completely thawed out, but it doesn't take that long for fish to thaw out. I'm going to have me some asparagus with it. You know, I like these videos. You know, it'd be cute if my hair was done and all that, but that's not the real me. They say who you are at home by yourself is who you are, so I prefer people get the authentic me than the made-up me. Okay. I'm going to turn the stove up just a little bit. Let's see what this piece looks like. There you go. If I can make salmon in 15 minutes, boy, ain't nobody tell me nothing. Make me some asparagus on the side. That's a meal for me. Sometimes I want a 3-course, 4-course, 5-course meal, but on the average day, I'll take a 2-course meal, and it's Sunday, the day of rest. The Lord says you rest on Sunday, so I'm not going to do no whole bunch of cooking today. Even though people do like to make big meals on Sunday, I get it. I'm trying to rest. Okay, so now while this other fish is cooking, I'm going to have a taste test and see just how good this fried salmon is going to be. See, I want to do a quick video for y'all, nothing too lengthy. So I'm just going to take a piece right here, a little small piece. Okay, I like the way it came apart. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be frying salmon from here on out. I'm going to taste it with a little Tabasco on it and see what happens. It is delicious. No joke. Okay. I'll put a little hot sauce on it. Just a little bit. You ain't got to do too much. It's hot. It's tasty. Well, there you have it. Fried salmon. It's the first time for everything. It's so good, it won't be the last.